Death Row Confidential is coming September 13th on Oxygen. Today I have Ken Maines, who I've been waiting to talk to because I got a chance to take a look at some of this. Ken, this is just intriguing and interesting and scary at the same time. Um, First of all, let's let everybody know who you are. You're a nationally recognized cold case detective with 20 years of combined service in the United States Marine Corps and law enforcement. So tell us first of all how you were contacted by this inmate in San Quentin.
So it started probably 3 years ago now, in 2022. His attorney reached out to me and said, "Hey, I have a client who is on death row at San Quentin prison. He would like to speak with you." And that surely raised my interest level a little bit. What's this guy reaching out to me for? I don't know him. Well, let's see what he has to say.
He sent you some the first notes, which got you started, and then he sent you this whole packet of what 300 pages worth of notes.
Yeah, I mean, he started off by saying that he had some information on some unsolved cold cases, and he had heard that I was a recognized expert in the field, I guess, and he thought that I would be interested in looking at it. And he was hopeful, and I was trepidatious for sure. I wasn't sure what he wanted. I thought there might be an angle, but I said, send me just a little snippet of something that you have so I can vet not only that information out, but who you are. And once he did that, uh, I realized fairly quickly he had something and he wasn't a con artist at all. And that was my worry. But he quickly subsided those fears in me, and he sent me 300 pages worth of notes that he got from serial killer Joe Naso, who he had lived with and conversed with and talked with for a decade. So a lot of information there for sure.
Let's talk about Joe Naso before all this happened. Talk a little bit about his being a family man and a soccer dad and baseball dad.
Yeah, well, sometimes serial killers are like that. And Joe Naso, I guess he exemplified that very thought that you can be just a normal person and coach Little League and be in the Boy Scouts and all those normal things. And he was. And he hid in plain sight for, 50 years. The things that he did, and he's very cunning, very calculated, and he still is at the ripe old age of 91 years old.
Wow. I want to talk a little bit about your trek in the woods looking for evidence in the ridge. I couldn't go in the woods like that. I just couldn't do that. What were your thoughts when you were going? You parked your car and said, "Hey, this is the spot he talked about. Here's the ravine." And what were some of your thoughts there?
Well, one, I had to verify the information. And once I got to the location and I seen the meadow, the ravine, the trail, everything lined up, um, I got excited. And I know it was 50 years ago that Naso claimed to have placed a body there, and he didn't bury it. So there's a good chance that it wasn't there, but there was still a chance. And I knew that the family members of these victims, if there was any information or any way at all that we could retrieve something, I was going to go through a brick wall to do that because they deserve that. And so while I was up there looking around, I had the cadaver dogs. Um, I, I certainly wasn't. I was hopeful, but I really knew that the chances were we weren't going to find anything, but you have to give it a chance. And I remember it being very cold for California, rainy and wet, and I was shivering. I couldn't stop myself from shaking. I remember trying to eat a salad and it falling on my shirt, and I had to step out for a little bit. It's like, come on, Kenny, you did 4 years in the Marine Corps. You can do this. Warm yourself up and finish. And so that's what we did.